Hello, good morning. It's Sherry. And um you have come to my grief journey channel, my YouTube channel called My Grief Journey. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. This is my grief journey. It's where I make videos regarding my journey. And there's several. I would invite you to go back and look at the first one. Um, yeah, it pretty much tells a lot more of my story. Basically, my journey as I'm grieving my husband who passed in 2024, and it is a journey. So, that being said, again, welcome. And if you're somebody who's been following me, welcome back. So, I did want to make this video today because I haven't made a video in 4 days, and I normally don't go that long. But I've been incredibly busy, so I did want to give you a little bit of an update on that front. As you know, I've been doing some things working in my kitchen, and I think my last video I mentioned that I got the countertop in and the new sink. I don't know if I mentioned I did do the backsplash. I have painted as well. But real excited. I got my dishwasher on Tuesday and I installed that dishwasher. I'm so happy about that. I mean, there was a few bumps in the road as far as that goes. I'll tell you exactly. As I started installing it, I hooked up the plumbing. I got the electrical part hooked up because I had to hardwire it. And I did all that. I started pushing it in, under the cabinet. Got it almost the whole way in. And I realized, oops, I forgot to raise the legs up to, the right level. So I had to pull it back out, turn it on its side, raise the legs up. That's a small little thing, but it just, it's kind of funny. But I do have the dishwasher installed. I've used it. I love it. It's so quiet. And this is, I know a dishwasher is not a big thing to most people. I haven't had a dishwasher it's been either 8 or 9 years. I don't remember exactly, but my dishwasher broke way back, and we just never fixed it, and it's still been there, just not working. Oh, we got a little visitor here. There's my Snowball. Yeah, stinker. Yeah, that's my baby. But anyway, so that is the good news. I did get a lot done on that this last weekend. I mean, I still have a lot more things I want to get done in my kitchen, but that was the start of it. Hey, excuse me. I'm sorry. But you're just seeing a cat. There you go. She's not shy. Anyways, but now let me tell you, no, you're not getting in front of the camera again. Get over here. But I did want to mention some things that happened today. All of that, working on the house and everything, that's been great. Staying busy and things like that. Well, anyway, today, I worked, it's just now 3:30. I haven't been home long. But anyway, I worked, and for anybody who doesn't know, I work at Amazon, and I pack, and the one area that I work in, if they leave me there, and that's where I normally am, if they leave me there, I'm fine. It don't hurt me that bad. But when they start moving me around, when they decide to move me to a different area because of, we're not that busy and they move us around to, anyway. Then I start hurting. And today, I was, I guess it was about 12:30, something like that. They moved me. They, moved me to a different department. And I knew where they moved me is an area that normally hurts my knees. However, I can normally do it, if I'm not doing it every single night, I can normally do it, function a little bit, but they kept moving. They moved me to one area. I was there for a little while. Then they moved me to another area, which is another area that I hate even worse. And then they moved me back. So I was like a yo-yo. But so we take a break at 2. And by the time that break had came, I was hurting. My knees were killing me. I have bad knees, and anyway, but my knees were really, really hurting, and I decided to leave. And as long as you have time, like PTO, and we have other things, and anyway, so I left, and but so that's one thing. I mean, I know how that goes. I know my knees go to bugging me, but it just, I'm probably going to talk to my manager tomorrow. I know, because see, I can't get accommodations through my doctor and just say I don't want in this one one area, this one, because it's all packed, and I know I can't do that. It has to be specific what I can't do. And if they start being too specific, if they start, bending, squatting, if they start naming off a whole bunch of things I can't do, I won't be able to do anything. And then, so that doesn't work. But I may talk to my manager and just tell him that when I go over there and do that, my knees kill me really, really bad. And could you please not send me over there? So, but anyway, regardless of work and regardless of all that, if I win the lottery, I won't have to go back to work. So, so maybe that'll happen. I don't know. But anyway, that being said, on the drive home, I don't know how many of y'all do this with your loved one that's passed, but I talk to my husband. I mean, I just carry on a conversation with him. I'll be going down the road and I'll just be just a talking away. But today, I was driving home and I was very, very tearful. And it just kept getting worse. It's, started out a little bit, upset and crying, and then it just kept getting worse and worse. And then it was, then it was all the bad memories, the memories of when he was sick and in the hospital. You're not getting in front of that camera. But all the memories came rushing back. And she wants in front of that camera so bad. But the memories of him being sick in the hospital, him actually dying, him actually at the funeral, all of that was flooding back. And of course I was tearing up and crying and everything. But I was like, why is these memories so bad today? You're getting down. I'm about sick of it. Sorry. My cat's, my knee. I bent my knee just now and it hurt. Anyway, I didn't understand why I was having these bad memories. That didn't last long, did it? And then it suddenly hit. Today is exactly 17 months since he passed away. And therefore, easily the first year, um, I every month, the 20th was very hard. You know, especially like right at the beginning. The first month, when the 20th rolled around, it was like, oh, it's been a month, and then for the first year, it was always the 20th was so hard. After the year, the 20th started getting easier. But I realized this morning that's what it was. That's what was hitting me. Subconsciously, I guess I knew that it was the 20th and that, but it definitely hit me. And it's never, how do I say this? It's never good to go down that road of all those memories. Now, that being said, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Those memories are always going to be there. You're always going to remember that. And I can speak for myself when I start having, images and thoughts and everything of when my husband was sick, then it just snowballs. Then it's like, it'll be like the start of it, and then I'll just have memories of so many different things in the hospital, so many procedures, so many, all of it. And then the actual day he died, and then the fear, it just snowballs. It starts and then just goes on. And it's like I just relive every bit of it. And it definitely is not a good thing to do. But like I said, it's going to happen. Every one of us that's here grieving is going to have those memories. You're going to remember your loved one in those ways that you don't want to. Those memories pop up, and it just happens. So, that being said, I'm going to say what I always say. It's okay to not be okay. And this morning, I was not okay. This morning, I had a lot of tears. And, it just came. And sometimes I just don't know why all of a sudden. But like I said, I think I figured it out. I think it's because of the 20th. But, as we all know, grief is a journey, and it changes, but it never ends. And even though it's been over a year, and it's been 17 months today, all those memories will come up and pop up, and it feels like it just was yesterday. And that does kind of blow my mind when I think about it's been well over a year, and I think, time is going on, but to me, even though time has gone on, it still feels like it just happened. And, and I mentioned this in another video, that it really bugs me that nobody says his name anymore. And that's something that's very hurtful as well. But I know grief's a journey, and that it never ends. And so I just try to remind myself of that. But I do know the love never dies. And I know that's probably why it hurts so bad, because the love is still there. The love is still there, and I know it, and I know he's with me. I know that. I have no doubt in my mind that he's with me. But even that hurts. And I know that sounds crazy, because it is comforting for me to think, yeah, he's still with me. But it also hurts because it's different. Because, I wish that he was right here where I could give him a hug and a hug and a kiss and or be held by him. But that's not going to happen till it's my time to go. And I know that. But I do know his spirit's still with me. I know that. And, but moving on to a more positive note, because, this is early in the morning and I'm fixing to go to bed, but I will do this when I get up. Think of one positive that's going to happen today. Something positive that I'm going to do today. And I'm also going to, also count your blessings. Count your blessings. And, I said this in another video and I'll say it again that, one of my blessings is just that I got to spend 36 years with him. I mean, yes, it's easy to say, oh, but I just wanted more. Well, it wasn't up to me. It wasn't my decision. And 36 years is a long time. And, I got to spend that with him. But, but little blessings as well. I mean, obviously, just, I have a roof over my head. I have a job that even though I gripe about it all the time and it hurts my knees at times, I have a job that has good insurance, and, that's a blessing right there. There's a lot of, when you really stop to think about all the things that you're blessed with, it's really easy to stop and, to realize all of your blessings. So I would just definitely encourage you to do that. It's very helpful. One other thing I want to mention before I end this video. I mentioned in a video in the last couple days, I don't remember exactly when I mentioned it, but I came across a new craft that I'm very interested in. I'd never heard of it, and it's called diamond art. So if you're somebody who, one, has heard of diamond art or has actually done it, please leave a comment on what your thoughts are on it, because I'm very, very interested in starting that. I actually bought a kit. I would show it to you, but it's in my craft room and it's still in the box and everything. But I'm looking for a craft that it will keep me busy, will actually take a little while to do, and it looks really, really interesting. The one I bought, the canvas I bought, was all butterflies. So when I do that, and I think it'll be real pretty. Oh, excuse me. I'm so tired. But anyway, like I said, anybody that is familiar with diamond art, please comment and let me know what you think of that. And by the way, if you like my videos, you can always comment. I like the comments. Give me a thumbs up if you want. Subscribe, anything you want. Okay. But I'm actually getting ready to go to bed. I'm real sleepy. When my emotions get all over the place, I kind of makes me really sleepy. But I want to, anyway, everybody have a very, very blessed day. And I will talk to you in a couple days. Bye-bye.